Well, I had a different question, but it struck me that in the first segment you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So the term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term, because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words
and so
migrate.
why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice, who's not for that? But words do migrate. Now, I'll use any term you want.
In this video, Bill Maher takes on modern woke culture, using his familiar mix of sharp humor and blunt honesty. He explores how the meaning of the term has shifted over time and what that shift means for society, pulling from moments on The View and other notable conversations. Whether people agree with him or not, Maher's perspective is sure to stir debate and push viewers to rethink some commonly held assumptions.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't want to call it the super far left, but don't tell me the left
Or maybe the super far right. He's talking about the left. Well,
okay, but we talked about that. I mean, I think we agree about the danger of the super far right, and I can't say it enough. I think they're the bigger threat. But don't tell me that the left hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
As one of America's most recognizable comedians, writers, and political commentators, Bill Maher has never shied away from strong opinions. His recent remarks on The View sparked enough reaction that Whoopi Goldberg stepped in, ready to challenge his critiques of those who proudly embrace the woke label. Woke culture has become one of the most talked about and hotly argued subjects in entertainment and media.
So you can't really defend that on the other side very easily.
But before we go, I want to say...
No, we're not going anywhere yet.
Okay, but I just want to say one thing, because we were talking in the break.
Yeah.
Joy is a wonderful human being, and she should not be afraid that people are going to attack her because she said the thing about the swastika on the cap.
Well,
she does not think that as you said to me in the break, you do not think that all the people who are for Trump are Nazis.
No, I don't.
You don't.
I just want them to pay attention to words like vermin and poison in the blood and the Third Reich. That's all. That's really what I'm asking.
They see Trump as a comedian. They see him as a clown who says crazy things.
They saw Hitler like that.
Right, okay, but that doesn't mean, you can hate Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It is half the...
I have some in my family. I don't think they're Nazis.
Okay, great.
Maher himself approaches the term carefully, fully aware of the negative associations it now carries for many people. That raises a key question. How did this conversation even begin? As the video continues, Maher breaks down the idea of woke culture with clarity and confidence. He points out that the word woke has turned into a charged and often misunderstood label. Before offering his full critique,
Woke is what was sort of ruining everything, and I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get
I'll
reelected.
use any term you want.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't want to call it the super far left, but don't tell me the left
Or maybe the super far right. He's talking about the left.
Well,
Okay, but we talked about that. I mean, I think we agree about the danger of the super far right, and I can't say it enough. I think they're the bigger...
he pauses to explain how the term evolved and why its meaning now sparks so much confusion and disagreement. Bill makes a compelling case that the left has drifted away from its core values, which he sees as a major concern. He also points to an even graver threat to society, something darker and more serious than the woke left. He jokes about it, but the point lands. As the discussion continues, the tone grows more serious. Bill argues that, in his view, the far right poses a far greater and more dangerous challenge, one that could have lasting consequences if left unchecked.
That was a joke. But,
Too dark.
Well, maybe it is, but it's true. I mean, if I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick.
Maher is a vocal advocate for dismantling Hamas, labeling it a terrorist organization that openly calls for the destruction of Israel. He highlights that Hamas has repeatedly provoked clashes with Israel, using foreign aid in ways that harm rather than help the people of Gaza. Instead of investing in infrastructure, education, or improving living conditions, Maher notes the group funnels resources into tunnels and weapons.
To ask you about that, because I think you're almost a free speech absolutist. You believe totally in the right to say what you believe. But I think a lot of us were disturbed to see terrorist flags being waved on American college campuses and seeing this a generation that some I think genuinely care about the plight of the Palestinians. I think most Americans do, but some who seem to be embracing a terrorist organization over the nation of Israel. What do you make of this moment? What do you think it's a result of? How do we fix it?
Well, I mean, it's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean, let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about while the war is on. I mean, before the war. Trust me, you would go running and screaming and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that has your values. I mean, women have this is a show watched by a lot of women. Women have no rights in this place.
Escalating conflict and putting both Israelis and Palestinians at greater risk. According to him, this mismanagement not only endangers civilians, but also destabilizes the region, creating a cycle of violence that is difficult to break. Beyond foreign policy, Maher frequently addresses the social Cold War between conservatives and liberals in America. He argues that political polarization has created an environment where constructive dialogue is increasingly rare.
And a lot of majority Muslim countries around the world. I mean, there's no equal rights as far as speech, dress, opportunities for education, reproductive rights, freedom from sexual violence, freedom from sexual harassment.
The LGBTQ community as well.
Yes. That too. But you throw around the term apartheid. There is a gender apartheid in a lot of the world. Now, this is a war. Do you think Hamas needs to be destroyed? This is the question.
Yeah.
You do?
Yes. So how do we do that with a ceasefire?
All right. So Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people, on the state of Israel. That's what from the river to the sea means, okay? And they say it very openly. They said, we did this attack. They've attacked Israel 5 times. They've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community, and they spent it on bombs and guns and building tunnels.
And both sides often retreat into echo chambers rather than confronting real issues. His commentary encourages viewers to consider the consequences of extremism.
I have a question for you, because I don't know if you've noticed what I've noticed, but I find that oftentimes when I'm watching the news, I'm only getting portions, because one of the things that happens, I was listening to you talk about the kids that had the Hamas flags. It reminded me of when people were saying Antifa is there, and doing that. So bad players show up and make stuff happen. But do you find that the view that we're being shown seems to be meant to guide us into thinking about people one way, when in fact it may be a much bigger conversation?
Oh, of course. I mean, the media is always going to just chase what is interesting to watch. I mean, I used to be able to watch the nightly news, for example. I can't do it. I mean, first of all, it should be called, here's some video we found that's fun to watch. That's not the news.
Yeah.
Like anything that happens on a plane. Like the plane skidded off the runway, so what? Call me when anybody died, and it's not, the door fell off.
Whether abroad or at home, and challenges audiences to reflect on how rhetoric, ideology, and actions affect societies in the long term. Do you agree with Bill on the social and political divides in today's world?
Okay. I'm sorry.
I understand the door falling off, but you don't want to be up in the air.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. That one I needed to know.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And then by the time you get to the last segment, it's just, the bears in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
Yeah.
And it's narrative over truth.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like when I hear people talk on either side of it, I always think they're lying. They're just telling me half of it.
Yeah.
And I never trust them anywhere until I check out the other half.
Yeah.
And it's tedious.
Yeah.
I just want one place, and of course it's my book and my show.
Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more insightful discussions. See you in the next one.